Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna do this video in English, and I try. My English is not that well, but I try. And voy a estar haciendo este video en inglés. Quizá pronto haga un video en español, pero quiero hablar sobre un tema muy importante que está afectando a muchas personas y quiero aprovechar a hacerlo en inglés. Así que, discúlpenme por las personas que hablan solamente español. Luego vamos a estar viendo a ver si lo podemos traer en español el video. Okay, well, today I'm going to talking about Capital One. Chase Bank, because I have a Chase account, checking account, and I also have credit cards with Chase. And the reason why I decided to make this video is because I've been with Chase for over 12 years already, maybe more. I think like 13 or 14 years, not really sure. It was around 2008, 2009 when I opened my first checking account. And it took me a while to get into the credit card because Chase is kind of hard on the side. And by the time when I opened my Chase account, it was the first account I ever have in United States. And what I'm gonna explain is funny. A few days ago, I went to a trip with my family, to my wife and my kids, to Gatlinburg on Tennessee. And I was trying to buy something on Gatlinburg, and I put my debit card, and they say my debit card is declined. So I don't pay too much attention about it. I just use Citibank credit card and keep going. I don't even check my phone and nothing. I say something must be wrong. I just call the bank later. And when I get back home, because that was the day before I came back to New Orleans. So when I came back home, I found out, I went to the app, and I found out that all my credit card accounts was closed. So I was like, what? Closed, like closed, not like temporary or lock or something. Was closed. My two credit cards account were closed. So what I did is just call customer service, and when I called them, they I talked to this lady. They say, yeah, ma'am, my credit card account is closed, and no way I can open it, and they don't give me no reason why they close the account. So I called them back. I thought maybe the lady just don't want to help me that much, so I called back, and another customer service person told me the same. And I kind of begged him for explaining me why my credit cards account were closed, and they say one of them, only one of them, just give me a tiny little bit clue. They say the reason is because I'm doing business with a company or institution. I'm not sure. I don't remember that well. I don't have that fresh on my mind right now. But they say something about was doing business with a company or an institution that is not on the Chase pleasure or something like that, like Chase benefits or something like that. I'm not remember exactly what she said, but she was trying to tell me that I was doing business with a company that is not okay with Chase. That I say, what company I'm doing business? I just use my debit card, and as always, I just doing my regular thing. I put money on my bank account regular, and I withdraw money regular. We put my money and my wife money on my bank account. Because here's something funny, okay? My wife and I, we both don't have a social security number, which means we're not legally in the country. I'll be honest with you, we're not legally in the country, but we've been here since 2005. So we have pretty much like 16 years living in the country, living in New Orleans. And we, even when we don't have papers, we still, we think we are a decent person. We're not criminals or stuff like that. We just came here and worked really hard. This is a long story behind me, why I came to the United States, why I ended up living in the United States. There's a lot of things happening in Central America right now, so whatever. That's not the case right now. But I mentioned that I'm not legally because I want to say something really important by the end of the video. So the thing is, I called them, and they don't give me major reason. Just say I'm doing business with company that is not okay for Chase. So I was thinking, and I say the only company I've been doing business in the last few years that maybe Chase doesn't like it, because I know for facts that Chase doesn't like that is Coinbase. I've been buying some Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, but it's not something new. I've been doing this for like since 2015, something like that, 2016. And why Chase just got mad right now, 6-7 years later? But well, I think that's why. They told me they're gonna send me a letter home so I can get more information. When I received the letter doesn't explain that much. It doesn't say that much. It doesn't say the reason why they're closing you accounts. But something curious that I found on the letter is that they also closing my checking account, which was weird because in the app it only say my credit cards is closed, my other credit card is closed, but my checking account is still good. So I find out that my debit card is not working because my checking account gonna be closing on the 15th of this month, July 2021. So I called them back and I say, why you go? I understand if you want to close my credit cards, that's not my money, it's money that you giving to me. But my checking account is my money and I don't do nothing wrong. Even when I buy Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, is with my money. I'm not borrowing money from someone else. I'm not using my credit cards to buy Bitcoin, and I'm not stealing money or robbing money from someone. I'm using my own money, the money that I work very hard every day to buy cryptocurrency. And in the last few years, I lost more money than I make it on cryptocurrency. So why are you taking that decision? And even when you want to, because I understand you might wanna, they say the money laundering and a lot of other stuff. That's why they're doing this. Because I've been watching a lot of YouTubes and videos on YouTube and a lot of information on Google. But even I understand the bank position, right? They don't want the people doing a cryptocurrency. They don't want the people to be independent from the banks. They don't want the people control their own money. They still want to be on control of the people's or the people. And I understand that point. Whatever it is, that's how the bank works and that's how they make money. But the thing is, even when they don't want to do business with Coinbase, they should let us know early. If they send a letter or email or a phone call to me a few months ago and they say, hey, look, Mr. Cruz, you're doing business with this company, that this company doesn't like us or whatever. I don't have the exactly English word to say that we don't, this company is not we're not friend with this company, whatever. I'd say in the beginning, my English is not perfect. So we don't like this company and you're doing business with a company that we don't like it. So from now, if you keep doing business with this company, we're going to close your account because we don't want to have business with you since you're doing business with someone that we don't have a good relationship. So I understand. If they tell me that, it's my decision if I want to keep doing business with this company right? But they don't let me know anything. They just let me know the day when they shut down my accounts. And now they say my checking account is closed too. It's gonna be closed in a few days. So they put me in a really hard situation and give me a really big trouble. And the reason why I'm saying they give me a big trouble is because I've been with Chase since 2008. And my wife and I, she clean houses. She had pretty much a big business already, cleaning a lot of houses a week. And I do some construction and pressure washing, which we get a lot of money every month. I think not a lot of money, but we have decent money, like $4,000 to $6,000 every month that we both of us put into the bank account. And most of them come on checks. So the checks has to be deposited in a bank account. Without a bank account, we are in trouble because we don't know how to deposit the checks, and we don't have a way to pay the bills. We don't have a way to pay the water, the electricity, whatever it is. And the mayor didn't pay my other credit cards. Since I have a lot of credit cards, I have credit card with Citibank, with Capital One, with American Express, with Amazon, with eBay. We have credit personal loan with American Express too, and we have a credit store with eBay and also with Adorama as a company for photos and stuff like that. So, and I buying and selling stuff all the time online. Since I don't have a checking account, I don't have no way to pay out all my bills. And some of my credit card was do it soon. And I need to pay my credit cards. So I'm in a big trouble. I was in a big trouble. Why? Because since I don't have a social security, this is funny, and that's why I'm mentioning in the beginning that I'm not legal in the country. I don't have no reason why telling you that I'm not legal, so you might not even notice that I'm not legal. But the reason why I'm explaining this to you is because I want to give you an example. Since I don't have a social security number, it's really hard to open a checking account for some reason that I don't understand. People like me is kind of pain in the ass to open a checking account because the only banks to offer checking accounts, at least in New Orleans, is Capital One, is Chase, and I think those two. No one else. It's pretty much really hard to open a checking account, and it's funny because my wife and I, we have credit cards. We built a good credit score using my ITIN number. The ITIN number is the number you use for taxes purpose. The IRS gives us a number just to pay taxes. But some banks, they take advantage of this number, and instead of putting a social security number, they use this number to open banks account. They know the immigrants or the illegal people is a huge community, and they all work hard and they all make money, and they say like, why don't take their money? Why not take the money from these people? Why let all this money go? That's business. All this is business. They do it for business. They don't care about you illegal. They just want money and they want to do business. And they're not going to lose all this money coming from the people who working under the table, right? So the point in here is that since I use my ITIN number since 2007, I've been working really hard on build a credit on the ITIN number without using a social security number. It was not easy. It is not easy, but it can be done that way legally and legally without using a fake ID or something like that. Legally and straight, like honestly. I built my credit, or I opened my first bank account with Chase on 2008, and this bank account gave me the chance or the opportunity to open my first $300 credit card with Capital One on 2009, I think. And from the $300, we started work really hard on this credit card until I have probably around $120,000 on credit cards. We also have access, at least I also have access, my wife too, access to American Express personal loan. Just a few months ago, we just pulled out $35,000 on a personal loan from American Express. So we still need to pay the loan. That's why I need my checking account to make those payments, right? But the thing is like, since I don't have no papers, and for some reason that I don't understand, it's really hard to open a bank account, a checking account. But it's not easy, but it's pretty much more easy for me at this point of my life. Maybe in the beginning it was different, but at this point of my life, it's way more easy for me to apply and get a credit card than open a checking account. Actually, I just applied for this Amazon credit card. I don't have cards right here, and I don't have my wallets with me. My wallets are just in my credit cards are all on my wallet, so there's no way to show you all my credit cards. Well, the thing is, I just applied for this Apple credit card, and they just give me one credit card for with $9,000, right? Few months ago, like 1 month ago, and it was so easy. I just jump into Apple website and blah blah blah, fill up an application, and boom. 20 seconds later, they say, congratulations, you approved, your car gonna arrive in 6 to 5 days. When the car arrive over here and I activate, I have $9,000 on the credit cards. I think it's $9,000 or $8,000. I don't remember on the credit card, right? And it's funny because you see how easy I can get money like that. How easy I can get at this point in my life. How easy me and my wife too. We can easily get $20,000, $10,000, $5,000. My wife have around $60,000 on credit card. I have around $100,000 on credit cards. We both together combined probably we have $150,000, $160,000 on credit card, right? But it's impossible for us to open a checking account because wherever we go, you know how the bank work. I mean, how the people in a bank on the branch right here, on the city, when you go into those bank, the people over there, the one who's sitting on a chair, they don't know how to handle illegal people or people without documents. It's pretty hard for them. Look like, I laugh a lot because I keep looking at them and look like the brain gonna explode. They scratch themselves like this and say like, why this guy have a $25,000 credit card, but how can I found a way to open a checking account for him? And it's so easy. It's a few steps because I've been looking on the computer when I'm next to them, how they filling up the application, and they fill it up really, really wrong. And sometimes I want to tell them, look, that's you have to fill up that line right there, but they kind of like they don't understand. I tried to open a Capital One checking account a few months ago, and you know what? When I walk into the building, because I did it online, but online after I fill up the application, they say they need a little bit more information from me, so they request me to go into the bank. And over there on the bank, they're gonna help me. That's what they say. But when I go to the bank, the guy take the case number and they look at the computer and he scratch himself and he say, I don't know what to do. Because when I try to open the Capital One account, checking account, the guy told me, look, since you don't have a social security, you have an IT number, we can take the IT number for the checking account, but we need a state ID. I say, look, how I'm gonna get a state ID if I don't have a social security number? It's impossible to get a state ID if I don't have a social security number. So, okay, well, you don't have an ID. What other ID you have? You have a driver license? I wanna punch them in the face. How I'm gonna get a driver license? I don't have a state ID. How gonna say I'm gonna have a state ID if I don't have a social security number? So, and then he says, so what else do you have? I say, well, I have my passport and I have my consul ID from Honduras and my passport from Honduras and I have my IT number. And then he say, oh, okay, I got it. I can do it with this. And when he fill it up, he say, since you have your Honduras ID, we need a bill or something that show you address in Honduras. I say like, do I live in Honduras? I've been in the United States for 16 years. I don't even have family in Honduras. They all got killed, and that's why I moved to the United States. Do I live in Honduras? Where am I gonna get a Honduras? Where I'm gonna get a Honduras bill? My address is in Louisiana, in the United States. I have a house in Louisiana. How they say like, since you don't have a Honduras address and you don't have a Louisiana ID, well, so sorry, we're gonna open a bank account for you. I say like, come on, you don't wanna take my money, but you wanna give me all your money. I have credit cards from you, Capital One, with over $20,000 on both of them. That you giving me money for free, but you don't wanna take my money? Come on, how smart you are. Well, I don't understand how you make business, man, for real. I don't understand how the bank make business. Come on, I'm not citizen. I can take all those $100,000 and buy me or whatever I want, a house in Honduras or whatever, and take a plane and go back to my country. I can take all the money that I have and disappear from here. But I'm not doing it. Instead of that, I'm putting all my money in your bank account and you don't want to take it. This is crazy. So apparently that was like a few months ago. But since Chase closed my checking account, I has to try it again. I has to go back to Capital One. I went with Capital One 2 days ago with my wife because we really need a checking account right now to make payments. So my wife and I, we went to Capital One. We went to Raging Bank, something like that is over here in Louisiana, and they don't give us nothing because we don't have a social security number. And the lady just said the same thing. We don't care about the social security number. Your ID number is good, but give us a Louisiana ID, which come back all over in the same shit. So and then we go to Capital One with my wife and I, and believe it or not, my wife, they open a bank account for my wife. with the passport and the IT number. I don't know how the lady did, blah, 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 but in a few minutes, just say, congratulations, your bank account is open. Wow, good. Okay, my turn. My wife is already done, finished. I sit down. My turn. Here is my passport. Here is my IT number. Here is the credit cards that I have with you. Here is the credit card that I have with Apple, with Chase, with whatever, with American Express, Citibank, and whatever. Put all my information, my bills, electric bill, water bills, and all the stuff in it. My W-2 and everything. Put it on the table. Here is for you. Open my bank account. The lady just did exactly the same that the other guy did a few months ago. Do you have any Luciana idea? I don't have it. I'm in the same situation with my wife, the woman next to me. Okay. So, can I get your passport? Let me see. Do you have any proof you residential in Honduras? I'm not living in Honduras. I live in United States. I have kids in United States. I have a family over here. I have friends, job, everything, whatever I own in my life is in United States. The lady is like, okay, let me try the same way I tried with her. She try something and whatever, just say deny. They need more information. Please call this number. The lady called the number, and both of them, the lady in the bank and the lady in the other side of the country, I don't know who that was, they keep throwing the hot potato one and over. No, do this, do that one, press this button, call this number, call here, call me back. And like, there was a point where I say just like, forget it. Forget it. I need to go home, it's late, and forget about the checking account. Anyway, we already have my wife's checking account, and whatever payment we have to make or whatever we have to do, or any check we need to deposit, we can do it to my wife. We can do it through my wife's checking account. And that's how it is so hard for me to open a checking account, even when I have thousands of dollars in credit cards and other stuff. But yeah, that's my story. Chase just closed my bank account for no reason. They say they didn't say it, but I assume that is because I was buying some Bitcoin that I was buying with my own money, the money that I sweat every day working outside in a high summer sunlight. Right now it's really hot, but well, that's how it is, and I don't know what to do. So just tell me in the comments what you think. And I'm sorry, I wish I could do this in Spanish for other people, but I really want to go into the people's on English, because I see this is happening a lot to Americans too. Not only it's not because I'm illegal or something. It's just the Chase is acting stupid. I think so. They lost a lot of customers because of it. Okay, thank you so much, and I will do this video in Spanish just soon.